Hey there, Pisces. How are you this evening? My name is Sherilyn, and I'm here to do your weekly tarot reading. This one is going to be for Monday, June 9th through Thursday, June 12th, okay? We are going to just pull cards and see what Spirit wants to talk about, or what your energy looks like for the week. This one's for my Pisces, Pisces, Pisces. Okay, let's see what we get. All right, we're starting this one out with the Magician, the Three of Swords, and the Five of Wands. So this is your backstory or your recent past going into the reading. Currently, I have you Seven of Pentacles, the Judgment card, and the Ten of Cups. In the near future, I'm looking at the Queen of Cups, the Tower, and the Hangman. Okay, bottom of the deck for this particular reading is the Queen of Swords. Excuse me. So the undercurrent to this entire reading is the Queen of Swords, which I feel like is what you're presenting as right now. The Queen of Swords being somebody who's highly intelligent, somebody who is very honest, very fair. It's somebody who's working, they're living their life functioning from a space of logic and strategy, okay? They're trying to keep emotions at bay, which for Pisces would be quite difficult because you're a very emotional sign for the most part, but this is what you're trying to do. We have your sword drawn in this depiction, so I feel like something has angered you and you are tired of the BS, okay, is what I feel like is the backstory to the persona that you're currently presenting in, okay? The card at the center of your read, so from almost every direction it somehow plays into the equation, is the Judgment card. And I get the feeling with this Queen of Swords, that means you're calling judgment on somebody or something, on a situation, okay? But we'll see how these two play in as we go. Let's start from the beginning. For me, that is the recent past, where I have the Magician, the Three of Swords, and the Five of Wands. So there was obviously some sort of a situation that left you quite heartbroken. The Five of Wands is a card of conflict, but it's often a card that's associated also with some sort of competition. The Three of Swords is heartbreak, but there's three there. And the Magician. Okay, so I feel as though you were put into some sort of a competition here, and the result was quite heartbreaking. I don't think that you knew you were in a competition. The way that this could possibly look is like you were in a relationship and somebody stepped out on the relationship, possibly. Therefore, almost putting you into a competition for their affection, but not letting you know that you're in a competition range. Real hard to compete when you don't know you're competing, but yeah. Somebody manifested this heartbreak. So this almost feels like this does feel like this turned into some sort of a third-party situation. And the way I'm getting it in my head, the way I feel about this was a romantic relationship. But not to say that I'm excusing anybody's bad behavior, but this almost feels like somebody was manifesting your heartbreak. Somebody was actually almost trying to poach your partner, meaning somebody set their sight. It wasn't like your partner went out looking for somebody. That does not make them not guilty. Okay, it doesn't. But it almost feels like somebody set their sights on your partner and went after them. Okay, possibly with the intention of breaking your heart. Like somebody who is jealous of your situation or something. Okay, we couldn't change this if we wanted to because it's already happened. But that's what's rendered you into this Queen of Swords. You're definitely tired of the BS. You're definitely trying to get to the bottom of the situation, and you are definitely trying to rise above as far as you are being viewed as the person with integrity and honesty, obviously, because this person is not, right? Neither one of them. Okay, let's keep going. So this was your backstory. Okay, where are we currently? So currently we have the Seven of Pentacles, Judgment, and the Ten of Cups. So at one time, make no mistake, at one time this was absolutely the path to your Ten of Cups. This was what you had set to be, your emotional fulfillment was set to come at the end of this path with this person. Right now, I don't know that you guys are done because it looks like you're still trying to decide whether or not you want to invest anymore in this situation. So the door has not been closed yet on this entire situation. You are calling judgment. basically you're calling judgment on the person, maybe on both people. Let's just leave it at that. We'll say both people. Because no matter what, this person still looks like they felt prey, right? So, all right, that's where we're at on that. Let's go towards the future. Okay, near future. What do I got? Queen of Cups, the Tower, and the Hangman. You see the Three of Swords leads into Judgment, which leads into the Tower, coming from a different direction. Yeah. The Hangman, so conflict, Ten of Cups, Hangman. You're having a very hard time walking away from this. You're really split on this. There's part of you that knows that this was disrespectful and you should just leave, and that's part of you. And the other part of you really knows that this was where your Ten of Cups, at least in the past, but that's where it lied, whatever. So you're feeling quite stuck here about which direction to take. With the Queen of Cups, there's a strong notion to try to let this slide, to try to get past it. And I'm not telling you should or shouldn't, okay? Believe me. You'd have to know my life story, but at any rate, I mean, I am never going to tell somebody that they should absolutely leave somebody else unless there's some sort of physical harm coming to them at that point. But if this is something you want to try to continue doing, you can, for sure. You are very defensive right now towards it, but you're definitely not sure you want to walk away with this Queen of Cups, the Lovers, and the Page of Cups. So with the Lovers, as romantic as it might seem, is really a card about confusion in love and about needing to make a decision. And I told you from the beginning, I feel like it's a third party. And see, there's one guy in the middle trying to decide between two women. With the Page of Cups over here, I feel like this person is bringing forward an apology, but it's small. As far as it doesn't feel as sincere as you would like. You know, this is devastating to you, so the apology should match that, and I don't know that that's what's happening here. Ace of Cups, the Moon, and the Two of Swords. There's an opportunity for you two to reconcile this, okay, with this Ace of Cups. There is an opportunity that's going to present itself. With the Moon, though, I don't know if everybody's being totally forthcoming with the truth. With the Two of Swords, the ball, if this was tennis, the ball's in your court. You know what I'm saying? You get to do what you want with it, as you should, right? This was done basically to you. I'm not saying that you're totally an angel, but I mean, this situation was unjust. It wasn't what was supposed to happen. I've got the Page of Wands, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Queen of Pentacles. I mean, you are home to this person, though. There's a version of themselves that they can be with you. They can't be anywhere else. So that's the huge driving force here, and you know you've got that ace in the hole. With the Wheel of Fortune is attempting to spin in your favor. There's a lot of anger tied up in this too, though. A lot of resentment now that this has happened. Like I said, the ball's in your court. It's whatever you decide to do. I don't feel like this person has any genuine feelings towards this other person. I really don't. I do feel like they were pursued by this other person as well. All right, let me see what I get for the days of the week. We'll see if I have time to come back. On Monday, you've got Five of Pentacles and Temperance. You've already been asked to exhibit a huge amount of patience towards this whole deal. Monday, you're feeling somewhat abandoned and left out in the cold, you know, as would be expected, right? Tuesday, I've got Seven of Wands and the Queen of Wands. You're definitely defensive. And I think you're coming into the realization, if you haven't already, that truly the ball's in your court. Whatever you decide you want is what's going to be here, okay? Wednesday, I've got the Four of Wands and the Emperor. I'm telling you, you don't want to walk away from this. You're just not convinced. You think there's still something to save. And if that's what you think, then there is something to save. Then that's what you have to pursue, right? I mean, you can't leave something without trying, or you won't know whether or not you tried, right? Four of Wands, this is a higher level soulmate to you, that's for sure. Eight of Swords and the King of Pentacles. Eight of Swords, you're just up in your head, and you don't know if you can put this person back into the position that they were in before. And let's be honest, you can't, okay? Whatever this relationship was 3 months ago or 6 months ago, it's never going to be that again. It can be something different that is better. It really can. You can build something new that is better than what you had before. But understand that you cannot make it go backwards. You will never be what it was once before. That part's done, okay? Because you can't unsee what you've seen or unknow what you know now. But you can indeed build something better as long as you're both on board. That's what I got on that. All right, y'all. That is what I have this week. I'll see you guys all on Wednesday. If you need a private reading, send me a message and I'll get you the details, okay?